Next chapter, changes around us, revision. What is change? Regarding change, remember difference. But for the change word, if you write the definition, simply difference, will it be sufficient? No. Regarding change, definition can be written in two different ways. One is for noun form, another is for verb form. So change, resulted difference. I have already written the notes. Resulted difference. The resulted difference can be seen difference, right? And this is the result of some action. So to bring this difference, whatever the action that you do, based on that action you are going to see the difference. So verb change is make different. Make different. I have seen a room which was dirty at 10 o'clock in the morning. So I asked the students, change this room. Change this room into neat condition. Neat condition. Right? So after 1 hour, I have come back and have seen the difference in that room. I could see a change in the room. I could see a change in the room. So here the change word is verb. Change this room. I am instructing some action. Here the change is the result of this verb, that is subject. So I am asking here to bring the difference, and I am watching that brought difference. Okay, so can we write the definitions now? What is change? Brought difference. Right? Brought difference. And verb make different. So likewise we will write. So our chapter is explaining us changes around us. The differences that occurred, that have taken place around us. We are going to study the differences that have taken place around us. how the differences are going to take place around us. Differences that have taken place around us. How these differences are going to take place. How the changes around us are going to take place. How do changes take place? Any change can take place by some active work, by some activity, by some active work. The changes take place. By some active work, the changes take place. If there is no action, no active work, no activity on a particular subject, can you see the change in the subject? No. No action or no active work, then no change. No change. The action or the active work, it is carried out by biotic or abiotic factors. Biotic means living things. Action by living things like human beings or like some other animals, or by non-living things, or by non-living. Non-living things means like air, water, heat, etc. Anything can cause change in the organism or in the surroundings of the organisms. Where do changes occur? Where do changes generally occur? Where there is an action, where there is a action, there changes take place. So action can take place inside the body or outside of our body and in our surroundings. Wherever the action or activity is taking place, there change will be taking place. Right? And are changes natural or artificial? Both. Some changes are natural changes and some changes are artificial changes. So changes take place. Changes take place inside, outside of our body or in our surroundings. Anywhere changes takes place. And changes can be natural or artificial. Changes can be natural or artificial. All changes, whether it is natural or artificial, all change or every change, either it can fall under reversible category or it can fall under irreversible category. So changes are of two types. Changes are of two types. Changes are of two types. Two types of changes. Reversible and irreversible. What is a reversible change? A change which can be undone. Undo means going back or reversing. A change which can be undone or reversed. It is called what? Reversible change. Take a rubber band, pull it up to some length. Before you pull it, whatever the length is there, after pulling it, whatever the length is there a difference? Yes, there is a difference. So, rubber band length increased. So, there is a change in the length of rubber band after the action. If you remove that action, what will happen if you just remove it from your hand? Will it restore to its back previous length? Yes. So the change is undone. A change which can be undone or reversed is called reversible change. You take some water in a vessel. Keep it on the burning stove for 2 minutes. What will you find? The water temperature rises. The temperature of the water rises. Now, switch off that stove and remove the water containing vessel from the stove. Keep it on your kitchen floor for half an hour, or say for some 10 minutes. The water comes to normal temperature. So, after you have kept it on burning stove, the temperature of the water rised. There is a change in the temperature of the water. After you have kept it on the floor of kitchen for some time, again the water has come to room temperature. So, heating a liquid, that is it a reversible change? Yes. Evaporation. Evaporation means conversion of a liquid water into its vapor form is called evaporation. So, your liquid water, it has become into gas form, that is vapor form. If you bring a cool surface near to that vapor, again that vapor, it will convert itself back into liquid form, right? So, evaporation, can it be reversed? Yes. That is called condensation. Okay, vapor has become into water by condensation process. Can this water again goes back to vapor form? Yes. If you heat it, again it will go, right? So, both evaporation, condensation are reversible changes. Likewise, there are many reversible changes. We will discuss now. Next, irreversible change. Irreversible change. A change which cannot be undone, which cannot be reversed, is called irreversible change. Earlier, you have taken a rubber band and you have pulled it to some extent and released it, and it has come back to its previous length. Now you take a spring, small spring. You pull it, not only to some extent, with your full power. With your full power. The spring is not going to simply stretch it to some length, but it will stretch it full extent. You remove it. Will it go back to its normal spring form? No, it cannot. So that is irreversible change. Now, spring is not going to work like spring. It has become a thin, lengthy iron rod. Not rod, iron string. It is not going to work like a spring anymore. That is irreversible change. Take the rice, raw rice, put it in water, and keep it on the stove. The rice will get cooked. Take the cooked rice back onto kitchen floor. Will it become normal rice again? No. It is irreversible. Take lukewarm milk and put some curd in it. That after adding that curd after some hours, that milk also become into curd. Can this curd again get converted back into milk? No. A bud is there. A bud is there. That bud, it has fully opened into a flower, which you call blossoming. Blossoming. After the flower is fully opened from its bud stage, it has got blossomed. Will it go back into same bud stage? No, it cannot. Okay, go back into same bud stage. Likewise, there are some changes that are given in table 6.1 of page number 48 in your textbook. You need to classify them as reversible and irreversible. Change can be reversed or not. Raw egg to boiled egg. Likewise, they have given some changes. Let us discuss them. Raw egg to boiled egg. Can be reversed? No, it cannot be reversed. Irreversible change. Okay. So heading is change can be reversed. No. So raw egg to boiled egg? No. Because it is irreversible change. Irreversible change. Batter to idli. Batter to idli. It is also irreversible change. It cannot be reversed. No. Because it is irreversible change. Wet clothes to dry clothes. Wet clothes to dry clothes. So wet clothes, when you put them in water, they have become, wet clothes, when you have just hanged them under the sun, they have become dry. Can you make them again wet? Yes, of course. If you just put them back in the water, they again become wet clothes. So, it is reversible change. You can undo it. Right? It is reversible change. Woolen yarn to knitted sweater. Woolen yarn to knitted sweater. From fiber to fabric chapter, we have learned that what is knitting and what is another one. Okay, two types of fabric making process are there. Two types of fabric making process are there. What are they? Knitting and weaving. Knitting, only one set of yarn is used, right? We can undo it. So knitted sweater with some little work you can undo it. So yes, it is reversible. Okay. Next, grain to its floor. Grain to its floor. No, it is irreversible. Cold milk to hot milk. Yes, you can undo it. Reversible change. Straight string to coiled string. You have coiled it. If you pull it with full force, again you can make it straight. Reversible. Bud to flower. No, it is irreversible. Milk to paneer. No, it is irreversible. Cow dung to biogas. No, it is irreversible. Stretched rubber band to its normal size. Yes, you can again stretch it and again you can make it stretched. So it is reversible. Solid ice cream to molten ice cream. Molten ice cream, if you keep it in deep freezer, again it will become solid ice cream. Yes, it is reversible change. So likewise, there are many reversible and irreversible changes are there, and we will learn about expansion, contraction, okay, and what are the uses of this expansion and contraction, where all we are going to use them, followed by the keywords, evaporation, condensation, melting, boiling, everything we will discuss in the next class, and we will complete the chapter in the next class. Thank you.